Good afternoon, everyone. First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Joseph Williams with your Valley News Now afternoon forecast. And here's what's going on. We've been dealing with this dangerous cold, this bitter cold, whatever you want to call it, brutal, bitter, dangerous in fact, because it's been lingering over the past several days, at least since this past Thursday afternoon, and it's continuing today. As of 4:22 p.m., in fact, the temperature is currently 11 below in the Fargo-Moorhead area, so it is cold outside, and the wind chill is lower still. At these kinds of temperatures, you don't need much wind to get a brutal wind chill, and that's unfortunately going to continue into the overnight hours until Monday morning. So our first little weather day will continue until late Monday morning, so late tomorrow morning. And thereafter, the rest of the week will be seasonably cold, although we are first alert tracking another shot of cold air towards the end of the week. And I will go over that in a second, as well as maybe some precipitation chances over the next few days. So let's get right to the forecast to kind of go over what I'm first alert tracking. Again, our lowest wind chills. These are the lowest wind chills for this morning. For Friday morning, they were much colder still. We saw wind chills in the 50s below zero across much of our region Friday morning, and it was almost as cold this Sunday morning. We saw wind chills of 57 below in Langdon, North Dakota. Roseau saw a wind chill of 53 below in spots. Grand Forks saw a wind chill of 45 below, and Fargo, it's not on here, but Fargo did see a wind chill of up to 42, of as low as 42 below zero this morning. So it was almost as cold as this past Friday morning, very frigid. These are the kind of wind chills that can cause frostbite and exposed skin in 5 minutes or less. Here's a quick look at our lows this morning. These were the air temperatures. I showed you wind chills. And part of the reason we saw those kinds of wind chills was because the air temperature was so low. We saw air temperatures in the teens below zero in the Southern Valley, and in the Northern Valley we saw air temperatures in the 20s below zero, even seeing a 33 below zero in Langdon. So it was very cold this morning. And that cold is going to continue into Sunday night and your Monday morning commute. We're still expecting that Arctic air mass to linger through Monday morning, which means wind chills staying in the 30s below zero through your Monday morning commute. Those are the kind of wind chills that can cause frostbite in as little as 10 minutes. Here's a quick look at a cold weather alerts to kind of show you what I'm talking about. We still have an extreme cold warning for the Northern Valley and Northwest Minnesota. So Northwest Minnesota still under this extreme cold warning, whereas Northeast North Dakota, Southeast North Dakota, and the Southern Valley are all under a cold weather advisory. That's because wind chills will likely be in the 40s below zero in northern Minnesota for your Monday morning commute, whereas Northeast North Dakota and the southern areas of our region are looking at slightly warmer wind chills in the 30s below zero. Either way, you're still looking at frostbite conditions on exposed skin in just minutes. So again, a quick reminder, make sure to keep the the coat on standby, as well as a hat and gloves too. Make sure you're bundled up for your Monday morning commute. Currently, as of 4:25 p.m., the temperature is in the single digits to teens below zero across the region. We already have 11 below in Fargo, but we have a 15 below in Detroit Lakes versus 15 below in Langdon and 12 below in Roseau versus 8 below in Jamestown and Oaks. So we're still frigid. It is much colder than yesterday afternoon. Yesterday afternoon, some areas were actually above zero, but all of our region is below zero this Sunday afternoon. And because of that, any light winds pushing through will make those temperatures feel much colder. In fact, we're still looking at wind chills in the 20s to 30s below zero. Just like I forecasted last night, I suspected we were still going to stay in the 20s to 30s below zero for Sunday afternoon, and that is still continuing today. And essentially, these kinds of wind chills will stick around for your Sunday night and Monday morning commute. Those are the kind of wind chills we're expecting for Sunday night and Monday morning. And that's because of this this pink color right here. That's our Arctic air mass still. That's our second round of cold air that swept in early this morning. It is moving southeast, and some of this blue out west will try to push into our region on Monday, allowing temperatures to get above zero across our entire region for the first time in several days. but that won't be until tomorrow afternoon. So let's take a look at what I'm first alerting you to. Again, I'm first alerting you to that dangerous cold sticking around for your Monday morning commute. Wind chills in the 30s below zero across our region, so definitely feeling like winter time out there. And then we warm up into the teens above zero for the air temperature, and wind chills on either side of zero for tomorrow afternoon. But then for the rest of the week, we're looking at cold mornings, sub-zero temperatures for the morning lows, especially for this upcoming Thursday and Friday. And I also want to first alert you to some precipitation chances for the upcoming weekend. So let's quickly go over our Monday morning commute first. Sunday night into Monday morning, and remember, I was showing wind chills in the 20s and 30s this afternoon. We're staying at that wind chill, basically, and in fact, some areas will get colder still overnight into your Monday morning commute. Wind chills in the 40s below zero, possible in northwest Minnesota by the 3 to 4 o'clock hour in northwest Minnesota Monday morning. By around 6 to 7 a.m., we will see wind chills in the 30s below zero across our region, particularly northwest Minnesota seeing that bitter cold sticking around. But as we head into late morning, early afternoon, southwesterly flow starts lifting warm air away, and daytime heating will take hold too. That combination will mean that wind chills will actually get close to the 0-degree mark in some spots by Monday afternoon. Still cold in northwest Minnesota with wind chills in the teens below zero, but the Southern Valley and southeastern North Dakota, they'll see single-digit wind chills below zero, and that indicates a warm-up for the first time in a long while where we actually get a brief break from that Arctic air. Let's take a look at the air temperatures expected tomorrow afternoon. Again, I'm thinking wind chills will be sub-zero range for tomorrow afternoon, but the air temperature will be in the teens above zero in Oaks, Valley City, Jamestown, you name it. Even in northwest Minnesota, we're looking at single digits above zero, and this is for the first time since last Thursday morning, at least when we were seeing, since at least Wednesday when we were seeing temperatures above zero, although wind chills were still below zero last Wednesday. So it's been very cold these past several days, and for the first time, we actually get a brief break from that Arctic air as we head into Monday. That's the good news. That's why our first of the weather day will expire on Monday afternoon. However, we do get another shot of cold air towards the end of the week. Here's a look at our next weather maker. Basically, another Arctic air mass pushes in towards the end of the week. It'll be weaker than this one. It won't be as frigid, therefore. We're looking at lows in the low teens below zero, though, and that's why I'm just giving you that first alert heads up for the end of the week. And here's a look at our lows over the next few days to show you what I'm talking about. Sub-zero morning lows for Tuesday and Wednesday morning. Thursday morning gets a little colder still, looking at some teens below zero, as indicated by this lighter shade of pink. And that continues into Friday morning too, dealing with teens below zero across the region for Friday morning. It's not until Saturday morning that warmer air lifts in from the west and forces temperatures to climb above zero for the first time. So this upcoming Saturday will be the first time that our morning lows get above 0 degrees. Put another way, here's a look at our late week morning code. These are morning lows. These are not wind chills, these are morning lows. And you can see for Fargo, Grand Forks, and Bemidji, Thursday morning will involve lows in the teens below zero. Friday morning, almost as cold, lows in the single digits to teens below zero, with a partly sunny sky for both Thursday and Friday. And as for Devil's Lake, Jamestown, and Detroit Lakes, they're slightly warmer actually. They'll see morning lows in the single digits below zero for both Thursday and Friday morning. So they're not going to be as cold as parts of the Red River Valley in northwest Minnesota, but it still means you'll want to bundle up for your Thursday and Friday morning commute. Don't put away the heavy coat yet. Don't put away the gloves yet. Don't put away the hat yet, because the rest of this week is going to be cold, especially for this upcoming Thursday and Friday morning. We are first alert tracking that. Now, I also mentioned precipitation chances. They're going to be very isolated. Our first chance will be on Monday afternoon, and then our next opportunity won't come until this upcoming weekends on Saturday and Sunday, and the Clipper system will bring some scattered showers our way for that weekend. Tuesday through Friday are going to be sunny and dry. And the culprit again, for Monday at least, again, this is the high pressure system that's been bringing that Arctic air away for today. It's moving southeast as we head into tonight. That's going to allow southerly flow to take place, and that's why we're going to warm up briefly into the teens for tomorrow afternoon. But notice this low pressure system and cold front right here. That's a clipper system. That will sweep into our region tomorrow afternoon, bring some light snow in the process. Here's a look at our first little forecast to show you what I mean. Clear skies for Sunday night heading into your early Monday morning commute. But after 8 o'clock, we'll see cloud cover building in from the northwest. And notice those showers from that cold front. They'll start pushing into the northern valley around 10 a.m. or so. And those isolated showers will continue moving southeast throughout late morning, early afternoon. So by midday, they're pushing through Fallston and Baudette and the eastern Red River Valley. Not much snow expected with these snow showers because of how quick moving they are and because the cold front is so moisture starved. And the showers move out of our region by around 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, leaving behind clearing skies as we head into Monday night, along with some breezy northwesterly gusts up to 30 miles per hour. How much snow are we looking at from those isolated showers? Not much. I'm thinking a couple of tenths of an inch of snow from those snow showers in northwest Minnesota. Again, this is a moisture-starved cold front, very little moisture attached to it, and so not many opportunities for slick spots on the roads. Thereafter, our next opportunity for snow won't come until the end of the week because we'll be under a stable air mass for the rest of the week that will just pump dry air into our region and keeping skies in the partly to mostly sunny category for the rest of the work week. So we're looking gorgeous for the rest of the week. It's just going to be cold with those highs in the single digits above zero and the lows in the sub-zero range. But then over the weekend, another clipper system pushes in from the Pacific into the northern plains, and it'll bring some scattered snow showers for Saturday and Sunday. Models vary on the exact timing and how much snow we could see for Saturday and Sunday, so I won't give exact snow totals yet. But it basically means we're looking at some scattered snow shower activity for the upcoming weekend, which means some areas will see snow accumulation, other areas will stay dry. And it could lead to some travel impacts. You know, even if we don't see much snow, you could get a few slick spots on the roads. And so I just want to give you that first alert heads up for the upcoming weekend. Heading into next week, though, we will start out on a relatively dry note. So let's look at our first alert forecast to show you what I mean. Starting with a 3-day planner. Again, first alert weather day continuing into Monday morning. But by Monday afternoon, temperatures will climb above zero for the first time in a long while. So that is the good news. But again, we're looking at a few showers in northwest Minnesota, late morning into early afternoon. Not much snow accumulation expected from those showers, less than half an inch in northwest Minnesota. Could lead to maybe a couple of isolated slick spots on the roads, but I think for the most part, road coverage will be okay. So that is the good news for Monday afternoon. Then bitter cold for the rest of the week. Not as cold as this weekend has been, but we're still looking at sub-zero lows and highs just a few degrees above zero. And Thursday and Friday morning especially will be cold with those lows in the teens below zero, possibly lower wind chills for Thursday and Friday mornings. So again, stick with us. We'll keep you updated on Thursday and Friday morning. And then the upcoming weekend, we'll see some scattered showers that will lead to some light accumulation in our region. Although, again, exact snow totals are uncertain this far out because it is several days out. So again, stick with Valley News Live for first little updates as we get closer to the upcoming weekend. The main story, though, bitter cold throughout the rest of this week with some upcoming weekend precipitation chances. But luckily, as we transition into February, temperatures will climb into the 20s for our highs and the teens for our lows. So warmer weather is on the way. This cold that we've been seeing is not going to last forever. That's the good news here. We really just got to get through this last week of January, and then we are warming up big time as we transition into early February. Now, I'm going to get off of here. I'll be giving periodic updates on the VNN First Alert Weather app, and I'll also be back here back in the OTT desk around 8 o'clock, sometime around the 8 o'clock hour. So be sure to tune in for that. And I'll also be on for Valley News Live at 9 and 10. So be sure to tune in to watch Valley News Live at 9 and 10. And if you're not able to watch any of tonight's shows, if you're not able to watch any of my OTT hits for the 8 o'clock hour tonight, you can watch Summer Schnellbach for Valley Today. She'll be on Valley Today for tomorrow morning, tracking this Arctic air and going over the rest of the week's forecast. So in the meantime, I'm going to get off of here. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Have a wonderful, safe Sunday. Make sure to stay warm out.